Have you ever blurted something out and wished in that same second you could pull it back? That sharp moment when words become arrows, too fast, too loud, too late. We've all been there, but what if every word you spoke held weight? Every pause carved presence? Every sentence revealed power? What if you didn't just speak, you cut through the noise? That's what we're here for. 6 things an intelligent man never says. Not because he's better, but because he's learned to guard what matters. This isn't just about sound, it's about signal, about speaking with clarity, with composure, with intention. Stoicism taught this. Your words are not decoration, they're reflections of how you think, of what you value, of who you really are. So from killing the need to impress, to embracing the silence most run from, we're not just changing how you speak, we're changing how you carry yourself. Because in the end, it's not just what you say, it's who you become when you learn what not to say. Every word is a choice. Some use it to seek validation, to fill silence, to hide fear. But the intelligent, they don't use words that way. They speak like warriors draw steel, not to show, but to strike. The Stoics knew influence doesn't come from volume, it comes from restraint. They didn't waste breath explaining who they were. They became it. So if you want to be respected, begin here. 6 sentences, 6 leaks of power, 6 things you will never hear from a man who's truly in control. You don't have to prove what's already real. There's always one, the man who enters the room needing to be seen. He speaks first, he speaks long, he speaks too much about what he knows, what he's built, what others haven't. At first, people nod, then they look away. Because when you speak only to impress, you stop connecting. His words become walls, not bridges. He doesn't share wisdom, he performs it. And that's the problem. The Stoics knew real intelligence is quiet. Real mastery needs no stage. Nature does not boast, Marcus Aurelius wrote, and neither should we. When you have to tell people you're wise, you're not. When you have to show off what you know, you've already forgotten what matters. I've seen it in meetings, in friendships, in myself. The more you try to sound smart, the less anyone listens. Because people don't remember the man who talks the most. They remember the one who listens, pauses, and drops one sentence that hits like a knife. So next time you feel the need to prove, don't. Stay still. Let your calm be the signal. Let your silence be the weight. And over time, they won't just hear you, they'll feel you. Not because you were loud, but because you didn't have to be. Don't speak just to be right. Have you ever shut someone down before they could finish? Cut their thought in half because your mind had already decided? We've all done it. Quick, confident, efficient. But underneath it, fear. Fear of being wrong, fear of losing control, fear that someone else might see what you missed. The Stoics warned against this. You cannot learn what you think you already know. Marcus Aurelius. When you dismiss an idea too soon, you don't just lose perspective, you lose people. Their trust, their openness, their willingness to speak again. The intelligent man doesn't react. He listens, fully, calmly, with space, even when the idea sounds flawed, even when his ego wants to correct. Because listening doesn't mean agreement, it means respect. It means you're still open. In teams, it builds momentum. In relationships, it builds depth, and in yourself, it builds the one thing louder than knowledge. A presence that doesn't need to prove. So next time someone offers a thought, don't interrupt, don't override, don't wait for your turn to speak, wait to understand. Because what they say might not be perfect, but neither are you. And the man who listens fully sees further. Complaining feels good until it doesn't. It starts small, the traffic, the weather, the people who don't get it. But slowly it spreads. And soon, every sentence you speak leaks your helplessness. The Stoics saw this for what it is, a signal of lost control. You have power over your mind, not outside events, Marcus Aurelius. The intelligent man knows, complaining isn't the release, it's the trap. It creates noise, not clarity, heat, not light. It doesn't fix the thing, it feeds it, because the more you voice the problem without action, the more your words become evidence that you've already given up. I've seen it. The man who vents every day, same job, same boss, same story. But no change. His words don't move anything. They just tell the world he stopped moving himself. The Stoic doesn't do that. He feels the weight, but carries it in silence until it becomes strength. He may speak, but only when it leads somewhere, not just to release tension, but to create direction. So next time life breaks, ask one thing: what can I control? If nothing, then let go. If something, then do it. But don't sit in the middle. Don't rot in the noise. The world has enough voices pointing at the storm. Be the one who builds the roof. A promise is a shadow of who you are. It sounds easy. I'll be there. I've got you. I promise. But behind every casual yes is a mirror, and what it reflects is your discipline, or the lack of it. The Stoics understood this. Let your words be plain and true. Marcus Aurelius. Because the moment your words lose weight, you do too. People don't remember intentions, they remember outcomes. The missed call, the deadline broken, the dinner you said you'd make but didn't. And slowly your name becomes noise, your voice becomes a maybe. Here's the truth. Empty promises aren't small, they are cracks. In trust, in leadership, in you. The intelligent man doesn't say yes to be liked, he says it to be counted on. And if he can't, he doesn't. Because every promise you break trains people not to believe you, and worse, trains you not to believe yourself. So speak less, commit slower, follow through like it's your name on the line, because it is. In a world full of "I'll try," be the man who says little and delivers loud. Owning the fall is how you stand. It's tempting to deflect, to justify, to say, it wasn't really my fault. But every time you dodge a mistake, you trade growth for comfort, and comfort never made a man stronger. The Stoics said it clearly: if I am wrong, I will change, for truth never harmed anyone. Marcus Aurelius, mistakes aren't shameful, they're essential. They're how you sharpen yourself, but only if you face them. The moment you deny, you stop evolving. You stop being seen as strong. You become someone who hides. The intelligent man knows admitting is not weakness. It's clarity, it's power, it's leadership. He doesn't over-apologize. He doesn't make it dramatic. He just says, that was on me. Let's fix it. And that sentence builds more trust than 100 defenses. Because it tells the world, you'd rather be real than be right. And when people see that, they follow. So don't run from your faults. Stand still, name them, clean them, then move. Because what breaks you doesn't define you. How you respond does. Don't tell them, show them. We all feel it, that urge to talk, to share the big vision, to announce what's coming. But here's the truth. The more you speak it, the less you own it. Every time you tell the world your next move, you give it away. Not just the idea, but the energy, the focus, the fire. The Stoics moved different. They didn't declare, they acted. They didn't post, they built. If it is not true, do not say it. If it is not right, do not do it. Marcus Aurelius. Your future plans aren't for decoration. They're sacred. They require stillness, discipline, protection. Because the more people you tell, the more voices you carry, and some of them don't want you to finish. The intelligent man keeps it quiet. He doesn't need validation. He needs execution, and when it's done, it speaks for itself. So next time you're about to share what you're about to do, pause. Ask yourself, do I need to say this or just stay on it? Because the loudest goals are often the ones that never happen. But the quiet ones, they show up and they don't ask for attention. They take it. You don't need to say much. Not to be heard, not to be respected, not to be remembered. You just need to mean what you say and know what to never say at all. The Stoics lived this. Few words, few promises, few regrets. Because in the end, it's not how often you speak, it's how heavy your words land. So start here. Speak less, mean more. Hold your silence like a blade, and remember, the most powerful voice is the one that doesn't need to raise itself.